So today we're talking about how AI is going to change photography and everything else. So photography is my passion. It's always been my passion ever since I was like in high school and whatever, as I said before. If you haven't checked out the inspiration who inspired me video, I suggest checking that out as well. So, but today we're going to talk about AI. We're not going to talk about my passion for photography, as that will come up probably later on. So AI technology has actually been changing everything in terms of this world, especially how we look at things now, and then how we can create stuff that we as children would just create out of a drawing, and now you can just make it out of reality and shit, which is quite amazing. And so now you can just tell the AI that you can just make anything out of a photo, which is quite amazing, of how you just type it in and within a minute and within a second of a human eye blinking, boom, it just goes like that. And so yeah, it's quite amazing. And so as a photographer, I don't know how it's going to change photographers' way of editing, especially because I feel like there are some lazy photographers out there who make the AI edit for them, and then I feel like the presets section especially would just make them go oh yeah, that's how I wanted it, but it's not. But you didn't edit it. It was the AI. It was 90% the AI and 10% you. You got the photo, but then the AI just made it how it looked. It's just I just think the AI is just another person's view in terms of viewing your work. Because if you go towards the preset section and you go towards where the AI analyzes your photos, it's analyzing your photo because it's different than you. And so if that makes any sense, if a person's looking at an artwork or something like that, and they go, oh, I don't like that, and one person's going to have a different agreement and go, no, I actually like that, I think that's amazing, and how, so and so, and etc. It makes sense. And so I think the editing process will change in terms of doing that. And as a photographer, it amazes me of how quickly the years have gone in terms of camera technology, and how it's going to be an addition and stuff like that. It's like DSLRs and mirrorless. Sometimes you're just going to have to move on and stuff like that. And so I guess in terms of the in-camera built, it would definitely be changing, as for this camera here actually. It does have a line where you can actually change if you're taking a photo out in the ocean or something and it's got the line and stuff, the camera can actually tell if it's actually straight or not, and it will do it for you automatically. And so you don't have to do the editing process at home. You can just do it while you're in the go and stuff like that. And also sometimes with cameras inbuilt, I think now they're actually going towards the exposure, and then they're going towards the saturation bit as well, and I think they're changing all of that in terms of how the AI how the camera will affect it, because you never can really trust the camera's view because it's got a different coloring grade than your computer, I think, in terms of doing that. I'm not really too sure with the color grading, but I know it's different than a MacBook. I know that for a fact. But it's amazing how quickly the AI can adjust stuff in camera for you. And so I think it amazes me of how it knows humans, animals, and cars and stuff like that, and especially how it even knows that without even sometimes you get photos in frame where you'd even put that, you'd even point to that direction, but it just it has a detection of human or animal, and it will focus on that, and you don't really have much control of that. And I think that towards some cameras, I believe, if you have that set towards that option, obviously. And so AI can just do this without you doing this effort. That's what's scary for me in terms of other photographers. And so it's just, I think it's scary that people will actually be excited for this, and I think I disagree and agree with this as it's just another thing to add on. And so I suppose it's just, yeah, I don't. It's scary. It is scary. So yeah, I'll be talking about the second point in a moment. So my second point is that now, in terms of AI for images, I've had one done, which I spoke about, and like now you can just create anything that is literally effortless, and I think that will kill photographers learning, like beginner photographers learning, because they'll just do everything automatic in terms of like, you know, even if you're learning a new camera, there's AI in there, and then like, you know, you got everything automatic instead of manual because you're scared to, I guess, not learn or take the risk of having a fuck up, because everyone's gonna have a fuck up someday. And then there's like, you know, I've had horrible photos where I've used AI a few times, whereas like, you know, it's quite a learning curve, but you always gotta adjust towards your learning, and then that way you learn slowly and not just do automatic, because if you do automatic you're not really gonna learn. But besides that, I think just do everything manual, and just like try to minimize the AI's work, so then it's not just the computer's work. But obviously in terms of inbuilt cameras, they will be adding those slowly into it, which is completely fine, but I wouldn't be adding it I wouldn't want it too much, as I like to do. If there's a mistake of mine, then I like to fix it. That's what I want for Adobe or whatever program I'm going to be using, because I just think it'd just be great that, you know, photographers can actually learn to fix a mistake, and then that way they know that they don't do that mistake. And it's just like, I just think AI will make photographers lazy. That is my second point. So yeah, that is my second point. There will be a third point. So my third point is that I think I've got some questions for the AI, especially as I think it does raise some questions about the copyright of those images, especially those. I think there's going to be nothing about that, because I think AI images, there's no such thing as copyright, because that's made by AI, not by you. And then I reckon in terms of those, I think it's if people try to sell them, they can't either way, because like that's probably the one thing I worry about. If people are trying to get into photography and they want to buy an image or some sort, it could be AI made, but you could obviously tell at the moment because of AI over edit. So that's probably one thing to notice. They can over edit some of their photos, especially, I don't really know why, but they do. It's just probably just a learning curve for them, especially. It is becoming a reality, which is scary, but I probably won't really be using AI photos. I'll just be creating my own, or either just, you know, editing for my own sake and just doing my style of editing, because I like my style of editing. If no one doesn't, I don't really care. Besides the clients who work with me, I don't really, if they're not happy with it, I can obviously change it for them, but besides that, what can I do? That's me. That's what I can really do. So yeah, hope you guys do get something out of this video as well, and also please like and subscribe, and also check out the last video that I did as well, where I was talking about how to make your phone turning into a proper camera, which is, I'll put the video up here as well. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.